That's where I go, mate. I mean, I hope not. I hope you don't, you know.
This is the Escape Podcast for Star Wars The Old Republic. This week, we continue to savage the planet of Voss in our Sorcerer class story and continue our progression there while we talk through game and community news of the week. This broadcast astromech for this week is EPC 247. And playing alongside me is Seema. Hi, Seema. How's it going?
It is going okay, although I don't know if I'm flying. We are standing around on Voss and jumping up and down on our mounts right now. We just finished with our ops night for the week, which was Lords of Light, or LOL. We did Ravagers, and then we did most of Temple of Sacrifice, our reasoning being that we would get conquest points for those, which we did. And by the way, if anyone wants to finish up Temple of Sacrifice, you can definitely use our lockout. Just contact one of us. Been doing some conquest this week. It's an easy conquest week for me because I can do the Voss Heroic and then the 3 Rampages, and basically that's my personal target for one character. So that's really great for coffee and contemplation type activities. So I'm working on getting 5 characters done this week. One of them, however, is a crafter, and that has been really slow so far, but I think we're going to complain about that a little bit later.
Yes, we will.
But yes. How are things going with you, Max?
They're going good with me as well. I will do at least 3 characters, if not more. If I get ambitious, I'll do up. I could probably do 4 or 5 pretty easily. I was out completely until Wednesday, so I didn't do anything on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I did 2 characters alone. I happened to be mostly done with the weekly for GSF on one character and mostly done with the weekly for PvP on another character. So I just did a couple rounds of GSF, a couple rounds of PvP, and got 7,500 each for each of those on 2 characters, and then rounded it out with some Rampage and things like that. The third character I am doing with crafting, as you said, and we will get to the pain that is that these days. But yeah, in general, GSF is still been going well. PvP is going pretty well. I've been doing PvP on my Sork, and it's been performing pretty well. I still like the Sork. I'm not all geared out. I'm in mostly 240 gear on my Sork, and still have a really good time in PvP. I'm the most used to PvP muscle memory on my Sork, so dropping some dots and using the knockbacks and using my teleport and all the right PvP tricks and tools, which are different than what you use in PvE. You gotta sort of get used to that and deal with it that way. Your utilities will be slightly different and all of that. So I tend to stick with one character, although I do PvP on my mercenaries sometimes as well. I'm sort of better on my Sork. And I like to get a lot of medals on my Sork too, because I can do a ton of damage and get all the damage medals, and a ton of healing and get all the healing medals. So I end up with a lot of medals at the end of every match regardless. So I'm here. I'm not going to accept a duel during the podcast. That wouldn't be good.
But you were talking about PvP.
Yes, I was, but this is not my PvP.
And all your
character.
medals.
This is my Sork, my dark side Sork leveling character. So that is what I have been doing this week. And yes, our LOL Lords of Light named because we liked the acronym, not because we liked the name. Our ops team did do all of Ravagers and half of Temple of Sacrifice, which was pretty fun. I like both of those. And that's us. That's me this week, at least. Let's see what is in the news, if anything.
Now, an Imperial News Network report.
In the news, quick update. If you had any of that cartel coin purchase problem that popped up last week, those should all be fixed. They should be fixed in your account. You should have gotten any of the credits, if anything was held back. The key to this is, if you have not, you do need to either submit a ticket or submit an email with the details. Now, Keith did chime in and claimed that it's all sort of been taken care of, but might as well double check that if you think you were affected.
Yeah. And also there was a post on the roadmap. Someone was asking, where's all our new content? And Eric posted, just referring back to the Keith's post of the roadmap for clarification, I guess. The next update has been planned for early July, not June.
Yes, so I thought that was sort of amusing. Someone was in the forums and basically posted a post saying,
"Oh, there's our streaker."
Yes, I just saw the streaker run by, which cracked me up. The post, just sort of, ranting about it's the end of June. Where's the update we were promised? And the response was, polite, but there was no update promised for the end of June. There's no update whatsoever that was ever going to be June. In fact, here you can look back at all the communications, and it was not June, and it will be early July. Now, should we have heard a little bit more about what's coming so far? We have heard some good updates that have been going on. We've heard the updates for PvP. You can look in the PvP, but we already talked about those last week. We were supposed to hear, or still are, by the end of June, we're supposed to hear what the rewards are for PvP, because that's going to be critical to people figuring out what's going to be happening as they finish up the current season of PvP. That's going to wrap up in July. So I would have liked to hear about that. Is it going to be weapons that are on fire again? If there is, I'm a big fan of those. It might make me do ranked PvP a little bit more, or maybe not. But regardless, I would still like to hear more. But we always want to hear more. So that's about it in the news, though. So it's been quiet as far as official news goes. I expect they're just getting ready for the updates that they're going to have in July.
He's hiding behind the pillar, our streaker.
I see you, big fat streaker. So our guild, in Guild and Community News, we have a big brand new guild event coming up tomorrow. So this is going to be hosted by Marcus. Invented this monthly guild event, of which this is the first. We are all excited. It is dubbed, it is trademarked Mega Monthly Epic Group Activities. It will be tomorrow for our first one for the month of June here, and we're going to go kill world bosses. And the word is we're going to go kill all the world bosses, every world boss. We'll see how far we get, but
Yes, and knowing Marcus, I'm sure he'll be able to accomplish that. There's also going to be a prize.
A prize? That is interesting.
Yeah.
A prize for what?
Yeah. Something to do with trivia, two epic trivia questions.
Very interesting. So looking forward to that.
We should do a running of the beef.
We've got a whole bunch of people that are already set to help out with it. People have characters staged at some of the world boss locations. We'll fly the guild ship around if we need to, and we'll all have fun. So that's in the only time zone that matters to me, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central. Keep an eye out for that. Let's all go have fun and jump in and join our guild. If you're
I know I will have fun because I will have imbibed.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday, man.
It's afternoon somewhere. It's something my dad used to say. Crack open the beers. It's afternoon somewhere.
Well, this will be evening, and it will be where I live.
So how's Conquest been for our guild this week, Seema?
Well, we got a bunch of points on. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, MFN was really fun for me, and a lot of other people said it too. We basically went and did all rampages. We did all 3 rampages, and it was just fun, everybody together, and we did the killing of the guards, and so that actually got Conquest off to a really big start, and we're actually like 200k away from our large target that we set for the imp side. We set small target on their pub side because it's just less stress on everybody if we do large on one side to keep it small on the other side. And then next week, will be still on the imp side, so MFN will be on imp side, and Conquest will be on the imp side.
Yep, it sure will. All right, and so someone is asking in game that we caught up with, that we were talking to here. Jin Tort was jumping around with us. If he could join AIE, as always, if anyone is interested, you can certainly join AIE. You can check out aie-guild.org, and we can certainly get you in. And we would love to have you. That's certainly why we do the show. So aie-guild.org, you can catch up with us. There's our Discord information is in the on the guild site. It's a good place to track us down. We're always in Discord because AIE crosses all the games. It's just sort of a good opportunity here for us to talk about it. Let's see. And I think so that sort of wraps us up. Quick shout out to the chat room, including Corley, who's tuning into the chat room from Japan, I believe, who's out there visiting his kids out there. I will catch up with all of you in the chat room afterwards as well, and we'll certainly do our weekly drawing for everybody who's listening live. But with that, I think we can ask Kemval what is up.
Jinasiwe ja alaize nam nadize. Ustapaim ICJ in alam is frumadine habans.
Yes, Kemval, thank you very much. So Kem just explained that last week we were quite villainous and rotten in our interactions in the temple here on Voss. What apparently we did is we got all of the information that we needed, and we killed all the guys. So we went there in the temple and we're like, tell us what we need to know, give us the thing and the thing, and we went into the nightmare, and then we came back out and we said, oh, that sounds pretty good, and then we killed all the guys, and I still feel bad about it. So the title of the podcast this week is Villains of Voss, and you know who the villains are?
You're very bad, Max. You're very bad.
The villains are us. we have seen the enemy, and the enemy is us.
We have skulls on our helmets.
That Mitchell and Webb show had that sketch where they did the are we the bad guys?
Are we the bad guys?
Are we the baddies here? And yes, we are. So we're gonna have to continue on. We were gonna ignore our little contact Athelus Callis. The Voss sort of got pretty angry when we started killing all the people and came in and wrecked up her stuff. So we're gonna pop into her little shop here and try to, because we need her information on this Gormak we're supposed to track down and probably kill. So we're gonna go.
I'm thinking probably we'll kill him. Yeah.
After we get what we need, apparently.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. So. Yeah, as I said, this whole dark side thing. This is why I've not done dark side very often, because I cry myself to sleep from all the bad things that I've done.
On your wee big pillow.
Put my huge head on my wee big pillow. All right, so here we go. So what's up, Athelis? Look, they're wrecking up her stuff. She just growled at them.
Wow, these Voss are really upset.
This is your second warning. Safe journey.
Here's my dark side. Reply, of course, is here's my reply, and I bet it's lightning in your face.
You do not attack my power base and then wish me safe journey.
You have no power base on Voss.
Well, guess what? Lightning, lightning, lightning. Well, they're all dead.
I bet the Voss decide to go with the Empire after this because, we're so friendly.
Yeah, I'm betting that they're not going to make an alliance with although if I will threaten them into making sure they make an alliance with us. All right, let's talk to Othellis here.
You can't just kill a Voss. You know how hard the Empire has worked to keep these people on friendly terms.
Au contraire, mon frère.
Let's kill her.
And you better hope no one saw them coming.
I'm like shaking my head and make it look like an accident, destroy the bodies, forget the bodies. I really don't care.
I need to find a Gormak for this ritual.
Fine. I'll have the bodies tossed in the garbage, I guess. Tell me about this Gormak you need.
Mm-hmm.
I've been studying the Voss for 20 years, and I think I understand 2 words. The Nightmare Lands, I understand. But you need to find a dream-walking Gormak and activate a dream rock in order to fight nightmares?
It's even crazier than that. Bring it on.
Don't forget the part where the nightmares turn to flesh and blood.
Yes, of course. Look, I'm sorry, I can't wrap my head around this. A dream-walking, nightmare-fighting Gormak. What would that be? A Gormak that can use the Force? I don't know what you're trying to do, let alone where to find one that can do it.
Yeah, you're
You don't
annoying
need to
me.
know what we're
Yeah.
trying to do.
You're useless.
What good are you then?
Ooh, she's getting up in
Here's
my
what I
face.
can tell you. The Gormak hate the Voss, and they absolutely do not use the Force.
Oh, she's getting a little, she's pushing back a little bit. She growled again.
They refer to Voss mystics as nightmares.
That's her growling?
They are
Yes.
mystics, so
I
she
thought that was
can't
you
show
growling.
us
No.
Chapter, end book.
We need a different approach. Like,
There
you
must be
just
another
tell me
way
where I
to
need to
find what
go.
need.
I don't know what that could be. Wait, there is one obscure Gormak legend of a shaman who visited strange places in his sleep. It's a shot in the dark, but the shamans have a meeting stone deep in Gormak lands. Perhaps if you dreamwalk nearby, you may locate a fellow walker.
Oh, you
I'm
think?
sorry I can't help you more, my lord. This Force business is, no offense, insane.
I don't even get to.
None taken.
I don't even get to shock her. Kem,
Not yet.
Kem,
Maybe we'll come back and shock her later.
Kembal likes everything I'm doing lately. He's always like, "Oh, good one." I like how you killed all those guys. Good job. All right. We can probably quick travel somewhere, although I don't know where. So, quick travel back to the Imperial District, and then we'll hop on the speeder there. Get in the little tin can speeder taxis that they have on this planet before we go find more things to kill.
Vehicle paths are cartway
Yes, so
open
we
for
are going to
business.
the Outpost Skyline Skyhopper in the south.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Good night, sleep well, most likely won't eat you in the morning. That's what Kemval says to me every night. Wait, I did that wrong. I blew the punchline. Good night, sleep well, most likely eat you in the morning.
All right,
Oh, is that
Scorpio.
a Datacron? See what they do? Did you see that?
Yes, they taunt you.
You fly over them on the path, and then you think, "Oh, I'll just run down there," and then you can't.
The olden days of Datacrons.
Yeah, I have not done Datacrons in a long time. Although I do not have 100% of the Datacrons. I should go and finish it up. Maybe we can do that on some podcast night as a little detour. Because I bet that would probably be pretty boring because it would be me falling off of things and not getting the Datacron.
Wait, which ones don't you have?
I don't know. Where can I check? It's in the Codex entries, correct? Achievement Datacrons. Oh, I don't know. I have a whole bunch in here, but it's not all of them. I have a spreadsheet somewhere. Why is this?
Yeah, I think that's what I did. Is I wrote them all down.
I put them all on a spreadsheet, but I don't have all of them. I know that. I know that much.
But it was I usually did all of them on all my characters leveling because I just liked it as a break from doing missions.
And back in the day when you could only do it, where it was per character, I liked it as I
Right,
liked
it was
too.
per character.
And I liked it to be on the planet and to then you were also sort of like discovering all the places and uncovering.
But
this
you didn't like
map
it
I was
enough to do
landing.
all of them, apparently.
Well, there's some of them that require a couple people. That I think that's where I started. That's where things broke down.
Yeah, there are.
Is the early ones where you can do them all yourself. That's those ones I would always do. Like on
Yeah, I read
Hutta.
a thread somewhere recently about some dude who was saying that you can solo the fleet Datacron, and by solo he meant like he would do this on his Sage and then log out and do something else on a different character and log back out. And apparently, even that bridge that takes like people to click,
Yeah.
I guess there's a spot to one side of it where if you jump very carefully, you can jump to the other side.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was actually possible. I'd like to see that in a video.
Yeah. I mean, I read it on the internet, so it's got to be true.
So this reminds me, I did look up because we had this debate of what we were going to do tonight, and we said, oh well, we could do one of the flashpoints that we've missed or sort of around this level, which we will end up doing. But one of the next ones up for us is Colicoid Wargames. And Colicoid Wargames, I guess there's a way, if you have a character that has a leap to an enemy target, I guess there's a way to solo Colicoid Wargames. But if you do not have that, there may still be a weird way that you can complete some of it, but pretty much not. So I didn't want to mess around and again fail live on on air as we're going through it.
But so no real TV in the chat room says it's in the legacy tab, and it is. There's a Datacron entry there, and it shows you which ones you have and haven't done.
Really? Well, then we will take a quick look. Datacrons right there. Oh, there they are. Oh, I'm missing a lot of them. I'm terrible. Voss. I'm missing all of them on Voss. Wow. I'm bad. I should just delete my character right now.
It might be possible that you did some of them before they became achievements, or I don't know.
It should have combined them
I'm trying to help.
It should have
It should have.
Yeah, it should have. But yeah, like.
And everything that should
Hoth?
happen happens.
I'm missing some of the ones on Hoth. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Hoth has one that's pretty missable. That one where you have to wait for the giant cargo crate to come swinging over, and then you jump on it.
Yeah, I've got all the real hard ones. I've got obviously I've got the fleet ones. I've got the McKeb ones. I've got the Rishi ones. So it's just some of these planet ones: Quesh, Tatooine, Voss, Terrace, Ilum.
Quesh is a two-person one.
Hoth, Corellia, Balmora, and Alderaan. I still have a few to do on each of those.
Balmora is a two-person one.
But the one in the Droid Factory on Balmora, I know I have that one. So some of them I have, some of them I don't. All right, what's going on here?
You're just basically antisocial, so the ones where you would have had to do with another person are the ones you've missed.
Yeah, I rage quit when I saw I had to talk to other people. It's like, no way, man. Pyro Shaman. I guess we're killing these shaman. Bye-bye. Defeat the Gormak shamans. I don't mind if I do. That shaman's got a laser cannon. That shaman almost killed me. I need to get myself some gear.
I was going to say, you don't have a lot of health right now there, Max.
Seema's not healing me. What's going on with that? Perform the Dreamwalk ritual.
Because
you're not a healer.
I never heal you.
I know.
Why would I start now?
All right, I'm gonna click this meeting stone. Perform. It's called necessary sacrifice. Who do I get to sacrifice? Somebody? I pick Seema. No, I don't. Just joking. I'm meditating. There you go. Ooh, something's happening. Cutscene.
They combined them across characters, right? But I don't know if they combined them. I mean, when they went to account legacy-wide, but I don't know if they combined them if you did them before they became achievements, if that was even a thing, I don't know. It was more than 5 minutes ago, so I do not remember.
So you're not with me, are you? I'm in some sort of dream
No,
state.
let me see if I can click it.
Search for a
I can't click it. You got it by clicking this green thing?
yeah. I'm supposed to search for a dream walking Gormak.
You can do it.
You can do it. There's nothing in here. Nobody's attacking me. Oh, I guess I could. Yeah, I could switch Kembal to healing. I will do that. Roll selection, heal. Yeah, what's up here? Where's? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, there. Nope, I found him. Dreamwalking Gormak. What's up, man? Hadrick.
Oh, now I'm in. Oh, I don't know why.
Oh, because the cutscene
Oh,
started.
because you started a conversation.
You are corruption. You must leave, or we must kill you. It is your choice. I mean you no harm. No, that's not true. Corruption? Question mark.
We mean you no harm.
That's why I need you.
Yes, I am corrupted. I need you to heal me of my corruption.
I like his language. Gormak, don't help Voss. Don't use Strange Nightmare's powers. Don't use corruption. I don't want to hurt you. Again, not true. The Voss are my enemy, yet you are dreamwalking.
Help me, or I will tell your friends about your dream-walking ability.
Mm-hmm. No, don't tell. It's corruption. Corruption must be killed. Threats. I will help you if you will help me. I'm listening.
Is there a point in all of this?
Cormac are great warriors. They fight all the things. Cormac must take to the stars, find friends. They need to get up the Voss pillar to reach the sky. Why do the Voss oppose you?
Why do the Voss try to stop you getting off the planet?
Because they're enemies. They're warriors. They don't know anything else. Okay. This has a really good backstory. The whole interplay between the Voss and the Gormak.
Yeah,
and it comes to a
I
good
agree.
conclusion.
It has a nice ending.
If you help me go to the
Spoiler
stars and
alert.
find a new place for the Gormak, you will help me. All right, fine. Meet me at the Dark Heart.
We have an agreement then. The ritual must take place in the Nightmare Lands. I'll meet you there.
I'm sorry, I can't. I need to lightning this guy. Oh, he's in a cage. Find me at the meeting stone. Free me. Okay. Good deal. Go to the Gormak prison. How do I get out of here? Do I gotta go click that rock again? It looks like kryptonite. Got a pocket full of kryptonite. Your companion just... Oh no, that's you. Alright. Oh, I got a nice little effect around my head. Okay, meeting stone. Where is that? Alright, it's a little bit of a ways away. Can we mount in here? Nope. So, crafting. Crafting for conquest. Man, oh man.
It's a lot of work. I mean, I have to say, I've only been doing components so far, so I'm only doing the conquest objective that is for crafting anything. So you have to do 50
Yeah.
to get 300 conquest points, and I have 4,500 conquest points. So that's tells you how many components I've been doing.
So how many?
I think it goes faster if you're making actually war supply. Or I mean, I know it does because you only have to make 10 more supplies, but you still only get 300. And this is if you have 150% stronghold bonus.
Yeah.
But yes, and another thing about making components is that they craft so quickly that it's not like you're kind of caught between waiting for them to finish so you can click them again or logging out.
Logging out
But
and coming
then
back like 4 minutes later.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. And of course I'm doing my on my character, like my artificer that makes everything is on the pub side. So I have this artificer that I don't play as a character anymore. So she doesn't have like 3 or 4 level 50 companions like most of my crafters do. So she's like, she has one. So like a component will take 30 seconds on that one and like 4 minutes on another one. So it's sort of like, ugh.
Yeah. But you said at least you have the materials stored up?
Well, I've been like farming the materials. Yes. I mean, I don't have the amount of materials that a lot of people have, but for instance, I had enough materials to make like 100 components of almost all the types I needed for artifice. So it's a lot of components making.
So I made 7 war supplies last night. Or the night before, maybe even the night before. And now I've got enough to make at least 12 more tonight, which is okay. That's gonna get me close. I haven't completed the do 10 and get 5,000 conquest points yet, so I will complete that. So that'll get me. So I'm at like 4,500. The 5,000 will tick over tonight as well because I was up to 7 or whatever. So then I'll be at 9,500 plus whatever I get for the 12, which is 12 times 300. So I'll be close then to, basically have crafted up to 15K. But
yeah, I mean,
it took me forever today because I had to gather a bunch too. I had to gather materials, and it's 5 grades of materials, right?
right. And basically this week too, I'm not making any invasion forces because there's no big bonus to doing them like there are on some weeks.
Right.
So I'm just making basically holocrons of strategy and crystal capacitors is all I'm going to make.
Yeah.
And then prepare for invasion forces on another week.
And I picked one. I picked holocrons of strategy to specialize in today so that I could just do grades 2,
right.
4, 6, 8,
so you
9,
have the right mats. Yeah.
And not have to worry about the other grades or try to do both sets of grades of material. So I have some of the decos laid out. I have the grade 4 decos laid out because I was way behind on the grade 4. So I have those decos laid out in my stronghold. So a bunch of characters I was logging out to click the decos. I had my gathering Sork, who is out there getting grade 2 and grade 4 materials. I got grade 2 off of Balmora and grade 4 off of Terrace. Neither of which were very good. Not that they were terrible, but it's still, I'm only going after
good luck with grade 2 on Nar Shaddaa.
I'm only going after just the archaeology. I'm gathering there's a whole bunch of nodes, but it's not very many of what I need. It's not just archaeology. It's scavenging and
that's another thing is
analysis.
I tend to go for archaeology. I tend to go with just someone who just knows archaeology, so that I'm not like
distracted,
sidetracked by the wrong nodes.
Yeah, I was trying to skip nodes, but then since I have all 3, then I have to like hover over the mini map, which you can do and see what the node is.
Yes.
But
I couldn't.
But that
it doesn't like that.
Right. So yeah.
Although I have, if I need grade 9 or above, I have to go on my Merc anyway, because she's done the chapters to have access to, my Merc or my Sork.
Yeah, right.
But not my Artificer.
Right, you have to have done the chapters to get in there.
Yeah.
What you need get onto IOCAth.
I kind of like how it's all sort of woven together. Like you have to do this, but you don't have to do that, and it takes some figuring out.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I just wish it wasn't not, 5 types of materials. That's just
Yeah, that's rough.
yeah, that's like on bioanalysis. I sort of like the bioanalysis that's technically broken, but the fact that you can use just 2 different grades and
Right.
put put the components together and make a war supply out of it, which you aren't supposed to do, but then you can pick which grades you want to go after, and maybe if you've got more, you can you could do them of varying grades, but do 2 and 4 and 3 and 5 and 8 and 9, and make a whole bunch of war supplies that way.
I mean, we were talking in Discord the other day about, I mean, I really want to get Upari crystals, which is grade 6. And
Yeah.
I haven't found a spot that isn't just basically so few and far between that it's really not fun.
So I was also running the grade 6 mission.
Yeah.
The crew mission over and over too, to get Upari, because
Yeah,
I'm
me
running
too.
low on those.
But allow me to complain about that.
All right, well, let's talk to this Gormak first, and then we'll
Okay.
we'll get to our complaints on that as well. So he's locked in a cage. I gotta click his control cells here. I bet there's gonna be a cutscene.
Hey, chicken.
You keep your promises, not like a boss.
Like a boss.
Oh, his armor. So his armor reminds me of the original Battlemaster mercenary
I believe it's in a place called
PvP
the
armor.
Dark Heart.
I think I
And
still
there's
have it.
something about a rock.
Okay, Nightmare Lands. I've not heard of Dream Rock. Does nobody know what I'm supposed to do here? Yeah, fine, it's corrupt. Don't worry about it. Let's just do this. Man.
It probably is corrupt, but I need to be healed.
Netherlands are a bad place. I wonder how they make up the language. I'm not
There's
afraid.
nothing in the Nightmare Lands I can't handle.
Oh, Chicken Island is saying I look like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Yeah, why am I wearing a flannel shirt when it was 90 degrees a couple days ago? Because now it's in the 60s and rainy in Chicago.
Yep. Exactly. Same here. Not raining, but still it's cold.
It rained all day today. I wasn't even paying attention. What did this Gormak say? I don't care.
He said,
See, I could do the voiceover. I could be that voice. Use your...
yeah, you can.
Somebody's calling me. Who's calling? Call me, maybe.
My lord, Rule Jofin here, Imperial Diplomatic Service. Athalis Callis tells me you're working with the Gormak.
Yeah.
Able to stop them from shooting our people on sight, eh?
Don't really care about that. What's your point?
Yeah.
Don't get too hopeful.
Shoot away.
I'm only working with the one Gormak.
Well, even so, when it comes to the Gormak, the Voss aren't very understanding. They wouldn't even allow us to keep one for research here on the station. The point is, be careful.
Be
When it
careful.
comes to the Gormak, you never know.
You never know. Is that all?
Why do I still hear your voice?
That's what I said.
Why do I still hear your voice?
My apologies, sir. Yes, I am finished. Good luck, my lord, and thank you for your time.
Get this stunted slime out of my...
So basically, he just called to say,
Yeah, what?
good job.
Because you talking to the Gormac? Just say hi to him for me. Shut up. Get this stunted slime out of my sight. All right. Where do we gotta go now? Nightmare Lands? Oh, there's a bad guy. Fine. Eat him, Kumbal. Look, Kumbal's healing me and doing all my damage. Okay. So, Nightmare Lands are not here. Where are the Nightmare Lands? Okay, they're in the east. So if we do a quick travel to Voss, no, not there. Go back to Imperial District. We're going to have to take the speeder because I don't have it unlocked and you probably don't either.
Okay.
Oh, quick travel. Ah, I made it away. Did you make it? Or are you fighting? See ya.
Well, yeah.
I'm still in combat. Oh, no, I'm not.
Welcome. Please select
Okay, so I'm taking the Gens Overlook Skyhopper to the east.
Okay.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
But yeah, so like if I want to run the grade 6 crew missions, which I do,
Mm-hmm. Which I do too.
it's like Ghent Overlook. So like, gotta click, then there's the pull down, then you gotta scroll down to 6, click that, then click on the mission you want, then click on the next character, then click on those crew missions, and
Yeah.
which has gone back to 10 now, and go back to 6, or you can click at the bottom, and then you have to scroll through the companions, because like I do 3 of them, right? Because I have enough, high level companions, so I do the rich power crystals, the rich, the bountiful power crystals, whatever the top 3 are of what I want. And it's just, especially on the short missions that only take a couple minutes, it's just so much clicking and dragging, and I have to look with my eyeballs.
I know. It's not just like, you can't even just like pick the top 3 because it's not, because you don't want to get the color crystal one because that's useless.
Right.
So,
right.
And
I mean, if I could keybind them, I'd be so much more happy.
Or something,
I think,
or just have like a whole list and just let me click a checkbox and not have to like.
Or if it would just stay on
and...
6 until I was done with 6,
right,
and said, okay.
Yeah. The other, because I was going, I had, for some reason in grade 4, I had a stack of like 200 of the artifact fragments, and I ran out of the power crystals. Okay.
Right.
So then I've got to go to grade 4 and only pick the power crystal ones because I'm trying to get a surplus of power crystals. So then like scroll down and find the power crystal one, scroll down to the bottom, find the other power crystal one, and yeah, man.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I think it's because I bought like a stack of the artifact fragments because I have some kind of internal rule where if it's over a certain amount, apparently I won't buy them. So like I could get the fragments, but not the power crystals.
Oh, so you have bought materials?
Yeah.
For GTN? Oh, interesting. So I've never bought materials.
Yeah, if they're under 1K, sometimes I will buy them. Yeah.
I am. For some reason, I refuse to buy materials. I always just go farm them up. It's annoying and takes a long time, and makes me rage quit. So maybe I should buy them.
But I'm sticking to it. That's my method.
And I mean, good point. I could probably do something much more. I'm probably wasting time, value, money in bothering to farm them up. If I could buy them cheaply and do something else that would make me more credits in the amount of time that I would be spending to farm these things up, I should be doing that. That's my argument for lots of things in life. Well, if I do my day job, which I am good at.
But I mean, I can relate. I mean, I will buy some, but I won't buy others.
Yeah.
Because like if they're, 4K each, I'm like, oh no, I'll go do it.
Speaking of buying things off the GTN, I've still been keeping an eye on transubstantiators for the new audience. They're down to about 1.6 now on our server from time to time, which is not a bad price. I found one today though on the market for 6,000 credits. Somebody put it up wrong, so I bought it and I sent it back to the guy or girl. Sent it back to the person. And I said, hey, you probably misclicked.
I feel bad about that.
Bet you want this back.
That's like killing all the Voss people in the shrine.
So at least they got it back.
Although one time I bought something like that, and I sent it back to the seller saying, I think you misposted this. And they sent them back to me saying, no, I just really wanted to get rid of them, but thank you anyway.
That's nice. Well, at least double check.
Yeah.
This obviously, I mean, he could have put it up for $1 million and it would have sold instantly. So putting it up for 6,000 was obviously a mistake.
Yes.
Twisted Voss, Twisted Gormak. It's Voss and Gormak side by side. Anarchy, cats and dogs living together. Oh, and Seema killed him. Look, they finally were in harmony.
They were red.
If it's red, it's dead, man. That's Seema. That's Seema all the time. She's always out there, flagged for PvP, killing everybody in sight. Thank you, Kimball.
So I got a new computer this week, so I'm still working on getting my everything working the way it was. Because I didn't copy over my old install, which I could have done, but I didn't because that would have been, that would have taken planning and effort. I am gonna bring my old drive over into this new computer, but I don't have the right cables for it, so I had to download SWTOR. It didn't take long though.
Not destroy it.
Oh, thank you for. Yeah, my old PC was kind of biting the dust.
We had an agreement. So this guy is afraid of this thing. He wants to destroy it. I don't know why I didn't just shoot lightning at it.
Or you will never leave Voss.
Threatening? Are you threatening me? Yes, apparently I am. He's touching the kryptonite.
Why are you here?
Don't call me Voss. Is this a hologron?
Yeah.
Or the ritual? Whatever.
I'm here for
We're not Voss.
I am Dalrin. I am the teacher of the rock.
Okay. Do not trust it. Yeah, like I was gonna trust it. The talking rock. Calm down.
We need him to teach us the rest of the ritual.
I am already dead. We made the rock to ward off the nightmare. Healer, take the rock, meditate, transform the nightmare. Patient, defeat the nightmare. Use the rock.
I don't get it. Whatever. What nightmare?
What is the nightmare? And what does it turn into?
The nightmare is the disease. It becomes flesh. It dies. Lesson
Okay.
over. Safe journey.
Lesson over. What are we doing? Just follow my lead. Don't ask questions.
When the nightmares arrive, I'll show you what to do.
When the nightmares arrive, I'll show you what to do. I mean, nothing bad could happen, right?
Exercising the darkness. I'm gonna shoot magic missile at the darkness. How about you? Find the nightmares. Where are the nightmares? Straight ahead. All right, here we go. Yada yada yada. And Bob's your uncle. Very nightmare-y in here. Speak to Riley Dre's illusion. Okay. Hey, Riley.
My lord, what are you doing? You can't do this to me. I love you.
What? This will be fun. Do it, Gormac.
What are you waiting for? Use the dream rock.
I'm trying. Corruption is strong here. He's waving the rock at her. And turned into a force ghost.
What is this?
It's Ergast, one of my ghosts.
What's
Yep.
the matter? Lost your sense of humor? You won't beat me that easily.
Defeat Ergast. Can do. Yeah, that was like 3 seconds. He held out pretty good. Speak to Nomar Organa's illusion. Oh.
Sith, this is the end for you. You have no more tricks. Wait, what's happening? What are you doing?
Just waving the rock. Wave the rock at him. And turn into another Force Ghost. Yep. It's Force Ghost number 2.
You still haven't come to terms with the wickedness of your ways, have you? So
Nope.
You will die.
I don't think so. This guy's not even a elite. He's just a strong. Game on.
Force Ghost number 2 down.
And here we go. Darth Zash illusion.
Apprentice, how wonderful to see you again. I was just working on a new ritual. No, stop. But you can't do this to me again. Stop!
I do like her voice. I do like that voice actor. And Force Ghost number 3. What do you got to say, buddy? Yes, okay. That was the appropriate one line, quick answer. Don't need to be messing around. And boom. Conquest objective complete. Voss Rampage Part 1.
I was like, are you multi-boxing?
Conquest. I just got 1,000 conquest objective points on this. Must have killed 50 things so far tonight here on Voss.
Yep.
Okay. Speak to Darth Thanaton. Final illusion. Here we go. Let's do this.
Is the end, then. I somehow always knew it would come to this.
Did ya?
You and me.
Grab our little kryptonite rock. Wave it at the Force Ghost.
May the worms eat you. May your
And Force Ghost number 4.
all record. May your children die in their youth.
Sounds like a line from Game of Thrones. Horak Mol. Okay, now we speak to the Gormac, who says, Dreamrock goes. I should take the Dreamrock once the nightmares are dead. This better work.
If this fails, someone will pay.
And he's putting the rock down. Okay. And what? Yada, yada, yada. So is this the end of Voss? Are we done? I'm not going to shoot lightning at it? My eyes are glowing red. I'm getting shocked with lightning. I'm falling over. Doesn't look very comfortable.
Oh, I think you're dead. I don't think that
Probably.
ritual was good for you.
Probably. It's choices that matter, right? Now my character's dead. You just have to delete your character. He says the healing's done. You're a whole warrior again. You're all good. Kemval says, you doing okay? And I say, let's find out.
Andrew? Ergast? Kalatosh? Harakmul? Nothing. Looks like I'm clear.
All right. That's
Yeah.
true, Kemval.
Kemval needs a cure also.
That's a good point. We should have used it on Kemval too. I've contacted ship in your name. Your other servants will come for the Gormak soon. Good.
Thank you for doing that. Tell them I'll meet them at the ship.
They'll be that way soon.
Okay. So this was a step along the path. We needed to fix ourselves up because these force ghosts in our head were causing us a bunch of issues. And now this opens the way for us to use the power that we've gained without the corruption of the force ghosts to battle Darth Anaton, right?
Yep.
And that means we're getting pretty close to the end of this chapter of our SWTOR class story. And I just hit level 50.
Yep.
What are you, like level 70?
56.
56. So now it says go to your ship's airlock on Voss. I'm sure something happens at the airlock, a final confrontation where the Voss get really mad at me for like killing half their population while I was here doing what I needed to do. But we will avoid that for now, and I think we are done for tonight. So next week we'll probably move on to a flashpoint. I know the next planet in the list. In fact, I've got the story progression map here. The next planet then takes us to Corellia. And Corellia is where all of the class stories sort of wrap up and come together.
Yes.
And then the final transition out of your class story into the broader story of what goes on post-class story is Ilum. Ilum gets you to the wrap-up of False Emperor and the Battle of Ilum and False Emperor, which are very cool. That's the whole Darth Malgus story. And catapults you into the operations stories, which then come out of the whole class story. So Eternity Vault, Karaga's Palace, Explosive Conflict, and then on to the expansions. So cool. So next week maybe we will do one of the flashpoints. We might have to get a little bit of a group together to go do Colicoid War Games. So maybe we'll think about how we're going to do that, and see what's next. So with that, I think we can wrap up here, get EPC 247 kicked out an airlock so we can broadcast this episode to all of you. Certainly, everyone, please keep up with us on Twitter, @MaxTheGray and @AIESEMA, and let us know if there are any cool people out there that we should play in the game with and that should be joining AIE, our guild. If you do find those people, direct them to our podcast in all the usual places, newoverlords.com. Have them subscribe on YouTube, have them follow us on Twitch, have them come seek out our guild on aie-guild.org, or jump in on Starforge and find our guild or find us on Discord, and we'll get you a guild invite because we would love to have you. And we will talk to you all soon.
Later, everyone.